Hey, hello everybody. Welcome back to MtG Modern Flashback.
Magic.
Whoa. Yikes. But yeah, it is that. And so this week, you guys voted last week. Not this week. We're playing it this week.
Yes.
You voted last week, and it was actually pretty close between Thopter Sword and Demigod Dredge. But Thopter Sword edged it out slightly, so we had a total of 169 votes. Thopter Sword had 72, Demigod Dredge had 51, Green Weenie had 28, and Burn had 18. So, Burn gets to...
Yeah, Burn gets swept under the rug.
Yeah, gets to going out of there. So
Put itself out.
So, sorry to all you Burn fans. So, next week, then, of course, Demigod Dredge and Green Weenie will be returning. And they will be joined with Red Green Tron and Pure Steel combo. So that will be here for a limited time only. And so make sure you vote between now and next week in the straw poll link that's in the description.
Yes.
So, as always, I'm playing the Season Walkers deck once again.
I am playing the Thopter Sword combo.
Yeah. And we will see you in Game 1. All right, Game 1. Go ahead and show your hand. You, of course, get to go first because you're the challenger deck.
Yes. So we've got boop, 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 boop. We're working with those.
And I've got some of these. And we all know what happened to the actual challenger, so hopefully we'll see if that happens again. Maybe with less dead astronauts this time.
Maybe. We're going to go for a polluted delta.
Sure.
Enter go.
See, it's not just a delta, though. It's a foil polluted delta.
It is. It's pretty fancy.
Misty Rainforest, not foil. Sad. Yeah. Correct that. Going to 19. I think I'm just going to fetch up a forest and play Birds of Paradise. Pass the turn.
Well, I'm going to crack my polluted delta. Going to 19. I'm going to fetch up.
Maybe. Forest. Where are you? There you are.
A Hallowed Fountain tapped. Because we have to go money into money.
Wow. Yeah. Not bad. I'm not sure what that's worth anymore.
No.
I think it's gone down. I mean, it's
it was
definitely
quite a
gone
bit
down
from when we opened it.
Yeah. But it's probably still pretty high.
It's not the blue-red one, so it's not the most expensive. At least I assume the blue-red one's the most expensive.
Probably. I don't know, a lot of people do play blue-white.
We're gonna go for a Watery Grave. Untapped, 17.
Yep.
And an Orzhov Signet.
Okay.
Sure go.
Untap. Draw a card. Hand. Okay. I feel like I have very little to do here. Which is okay. So play Boros Garrison, return Forest, and pass the turn.
Oh. Untap.
This deck has a lot of 4s, not a whole lot of 3s.
Draw for turn. We're gonna go for Mana Confluence.
Yeah.
2 for Sword of the Meek.
Oh boy. Do you already have it?
No, unfortunately.
Ah.
Going to 16 for Mana Confluence.
Yep.
For Vault Scourge.
Okay.
Saved like a whole life.
You did.
With the Mana Confluence. Sure go.
Untap. Draw a card. Well, that would have been nice a turn ago. I guess we play a forest. Tap these and cast a Nahiri the Harbinger, which unfortunately says target enchantment tapped artifact or tapped creature, which means I'm probably never hitting that sword there. But we'll go up to 6.
There's an Orzhov Signet.
And I will discard a Temple Garden to draw a card. Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. Well, I think we're going to go for tap.
Yep.
Making a blue and white-black in the end.
Okay.
And we're just going to Anguished Unmaking that Nahiri now.
Sure.
Going to 13. And then attack you for 1 in the air.
18.
Going to 14.
Okay.
Sure go.
Untap. Draw a card. Okay. So I think I'm going to lead with an Oath of Nissa. Take a look at what we got there. Nothing too exciting. I guess I'll keep Windswept Heath.
Exciting.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, real winner. Then what? Untaps the events, going to 16.
What does that lead into?
And I'm gonna cast Nahiri the Harbinger.
Oh, again.
Yes. Now it is tempting to get rid of that Vault Scourge. Yeah, that's pretty tempting. I'm gonna do it. I'll exile Vault Scourge.
In that case, I'm going to pay 1. Going to 13. Adding a white. I'm going to path my Vault Scourge.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't really want to path the birds, because it does exactly
True.
what birds does anyway.
Yeah.
And I guess he's exiled.
Yes. Works for me. Dealt with the problem anyway. See, the problem is, with the Sword of the Meek in play, he's at parity with Nahiri going up. Unless I chump with a bird. So, it's not really getting me anywhere.
Is that...
Yep, that's it.
Untap. Draw for turn. What do we do here? I think we go for an Engineered Explosives for 1.
Oh, okay.
And blow that up.
Dead men.
But you still have that Nahiri, which is a problem. Sure go.
Draw a card. Well, I'm kind of sick of seeing those. So I suppose the only thing to do is to start discarding them. So I'm going to discard Temple Garden, draw a card. Then I'll play a Noble Hierarch and a Windswept Heath, which I'll crack, going to 15. It's going to get basic plains.
Brains.
Or maybe I won't get a basic plains. Because I actually need a green source. So, not going to do that.
No plains
So,
anymore.
I will go to 13 to get a green source. Untapped. Temple Garden.
What
I forgot
mana shenanigans.
I forgot you blew up my oath, so I actually
Yeah.
have to pay attention to what colors I get.
Goodbye, oaf.
Yeah. He's kind of an oaf. I'll tap 4 to play a Tamio Field Researcher.
Oh.
And she will say that I'm going to... 5. Make Noble Hierarch. If he deals damage, I get to draw a card. Which he's not going to be.
No.
So,
Not
pass
this
the turn.
turn cycle.
No.
Untap. Draw for turn. That's a pretty good draw. Something, anyway. So,
EE for 4. That would suck.
Glintness Crane,
Ooh, new thing.
which, when it enters, I get a look at the top 4. I may reveal an artifact card from among them, put it into my hand, and the rest on the bottom in any order. And... oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. That's not good.
So, Thopter Foundry goes to my hand. And...
that is not super.
going to 12. Make that a blue. Use this to make a white and a black. Use the white and the blue for Thopter Foundry.
Yep.
And then we have 1 mana floating. So we'll use that to sacrifice a non-token artifact, the Sword of the Meek.
Yep.
Goes to the graveyard. I get a Thopter. Sword of the Meek says whenever a 1/1 creature comes into play, I can return it to the battlefield equipped to that creature.
Pretty good.
It's a 2/3. And I gain a life from that. 13. Go.
Untap. Draw a card. Okay. So, I can actually do something quite funny here, which I think I'm going to do. It kind of ruins my game plan a little,
Oh, you can...
but that's okay. So
You
I'm
can
going to...
tap.
yeah. I'm going to go down with Tamio to tap up to 2 target non-land permanents, and they don't untap during their controller's next untap step. So, which one am I more worried about? I think you have less swords, if I'm remembering correctly.
Sword I can always get back.
But it exiles it.
Oh, right.
She exiles it.
I do have less swords.
So I think I'm going to tap the Sword of the Meek and the Glint Nest Crane, so they don't untap. And then I'm going to go down with Nahiri to exile Sword of the Meek, because it's a tapped artifact. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And then what?
So that's a thing that happened.
That did happen. It's true. And I think we'll add a Sarkin Vol to the board.
Oh.
Mr. Vol. And he will just go up for very little value.
Given that Noble Hierarch haste.
Yeah. Well, and +1/+1, so I could get in for 2 if I really wanted to.
It is true.
Which, honestly, he can't block, so I suppose it's not a horrible idea. I don't need the mana. Yeah, why not? I'll get in for 2.
11.
Then I'll play Windswept Heath and pass the turn.
Untap.
He doesn't untap.
Right. Draw for turn.
Very strange use of these super friends.
Attack Nahiri for 1.
She goes to 1.
We're going to add a white and a black,
Yep.
a blue, and a red.
To take a damage for that.
Going to 10. For an engineered explosive.
Oh my
on 4.
god. Seriously? Jeez.
Fortunately, can't crack it this turn, but Nahiri can't
Yeah,
exile it.
that's true. Wow. Okay, now I'm in trouble. Now I'm in a lot of trouble. I'm gonna crack this, going to 12, just for some thinning purposes.
Ah, yeah, engineered explosives.
That is super scary. And I'm not sure what I'm gonna do about it. Untap. Draw a card. Okay. First things first, I will use Nahiri. Discard a Misty Rainforest and draw a card. Alright. And I'm probably going to lose all of these next turn, so I might as well try and do something with them. Let's see. I'm going to go down with Sarkin Vol, stealing the Glint Nest Crane.
Yeah, that doesn't get you too far.
No, but Going up with him doesn't get me anywhere.
That's true.
'Cause you're just gonna
well, it gets
boop
you
him.
the same amount of damage.
Yeah. True. And then I think I would rather. Yeah, I think I'd rather draw a card. So I'm gonna go up with Tamio, choose these two, and I'm gonna attack you for, for 2.
Go to 8.
And I draw a card from that. Which I might as well play, I suppose. So will. Bird of Paradise.
Burb.
And I'll pass the turn. You may have this back. The cool interaction is with this is if you attack me with both these, I get to draw 2 more cards. Which is pretty sweet. Because even if Tamio dies, I still get the effect.
Draw for turn. Well, engineered explosives on 4.
Goodbye. It's the super friends. You're like a diabolical villain. You just took out all the super friends.
Enter go.
Oh. Well, I guess you probably didn't want me to draw 2 cards.
No.
Not really worth the 2 damage, I guess.
No, I'm not going to cast Sign of Blood on you.
Yeah. Okay, so...
That's more or less what it would be.
Pretty much. Do that. Do that. I actually have access to here. I think I can do all these. So we're going to tap 4. We're going to play a Garrick.
Uh-oh.
He's going to untap 2 lands, which are going to be these 2. Then I'm going to play Tamio, who will go up to 5, choosing these 2.
Yep.
Then I'll play an untapped Stomping Ground, going to 10. And I'll recast the Sarkin Bull. And he'll just go up to 5. Pass the turn.
End of your turn. Thirst for knowledge.
Yep. Almost the same roster of Super Friends, but Sans
Discard a
Nickers.
Sphinx of the Steel Wind.
Ooh, that could be bad, depending what you have.
Yeah.
Yep, to you. Obviously.
Untap. Draw for turn.
So once again, if these 2 hit, I get to draw some cards, which I'm pretty excited about, if it happens.
I think we're going to... I guess I should go to 7 from that Mana Confluence. And... we're going to go for another Thirst for Knowledge.
Okay. If you would have said another Engineered Explosives on 4, I would have been very upset.
There's only 2 in the main board.
Oh, goody. So I didn't overcommit for nothing.
And Flooded Strand. Up to 2 discards.
Mm-hmm.
Godless Shrine tapped. And... you don't really have the card draw at the moment, and you're out of cards.
Yep.
So it's your go.
Untap. Draw a card. Well, that would have been nice, but I don't think I need it. Might as well do it, though. Yeah, sure. Why not? Doubling season!
Oh!
Okay, so you have currently 2 mana up.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to start by stealing Glintnest Crane.
Yep.
I'm going to... let's see here. 6... 10, you're at 7. If you take that, still 6. Just seeing what... okay. Overrun with Garrick.
Yep.
Okay. Go up. Choose these two, because it doesn't really make a difference. And I will attack you for 10 with trample.
Well, tap this, go into 6. Tap this for a white and a black.
Yep.
Use both those mana to sack these two.
Sure.
To make 2 more Thopters. And go to 8.
Gotta chump all of it.
Chump all of it.
Well, I guess you actually trade... No, you don't trade.
I don't trade with any of
I
them.
was thinking you could trade with the bird, but, yeah. Okay. So then we have... That's all blocked. So 7 gets through.
Go to 1.
And pass the turn. You get that back, but I still get to draw a card if you hit me with it. Which is sweet.
Untap. Draw for turn.
Oh, sorry, I actually did damage with 2 things, so I also
Yes.
get to draw 2 cards. Which I forgot to do.
Okay.
I'm kind of surprised that I survived an engineered explosives on 4, honestly. That's pretty impressive.
Problem being, of course, that I'm at 1.
Yep.
Here's a Pluto Delta.
Okay. Technically, with these, I can't... Well, I can't kill you, because I can steal that again.
So, we're going to attack. You know what? No, we're not going to attack. We are going to cast Black Sun Zenith for 2.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know you had that. Okay. Sure. Why not?
So that gets shuffled back in. And Glintless Crane is a 0/1.
Yep. Well, it's actually a -1.
Right.
So it is relevant because
And it's your go.
if I somehow was able to pump him. Oh, that's funny. Draw a card.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
I don't either. This is very strange. Okay. I don't know what to do now. You kind of ruined my plans a little bit. I guess I'll go up with this.
Just gotta wait till the dragons.
Yeah. And I'll go up with this.
She's the problem.
And then I'll cast another Doubling Season.
Oh my.
And I'll play a Simic Growth Chamber, returning a Forest. And I'll pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn.
You shuffled back in the Zenith, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's a play.
Black Sun Zenith. Weird.
Actually,
This is a weird game.
it's your go.
Okay. Interesting.
Unfortunately.
Draw a card. Well, I get... I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Oh, you don't have main deck counter spells. This is the best day of my life. Okay. Tamio's gonna go off. I get an emblem where I draw 3 cards, and then I get an emblem where I get to cast non-land cards from my hand without paying their mana cost. So, draw 3. Beautiful. And then I'm gonna cast another Tamio. And I'm gonna use her immediately. So she comes in with 12 counters.
Which is a few.
And I'm 12, so she still has 5. So I'll just get another one of those emblems. But I want to draw the 3 cards. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm gonna do. 2, 3. I'm so happy right now. This is the best day of my
How
life.
happy.
Please don't kill yourself. Please don't kill yourself. Okay. So I can cast stuff for free, not lands. So we'll play that and make, well, I guess it comes in with a lot of counters. So, actually has 16 counters.
That's a few counters.
So I'll go down to 8 counters on her to get an emblem where everything's indestructible. Which, don't have any of these emblems, so just use your pretend make-believes. And then I'm going to cast a Nahiri the Harbinger, which comes in again with 16 counters. And I'll go down to 8 with her. To search my library for an artifact or creature, put it on the battlefield, shuffle my library, gains haste, yada yada. So
What
we'll
could it be?
right at the bottom. Emrakul Eon's Torn. But the most exciting bit, and you please have to let me do this. Please
I
let me
know
do this.
what card it was as soon as you
The
had
Johnny
to do
Collar of the Pride! Yes! So,
that. You didn't even give them all haste.
yeah, comes in with 16 counters. I'm going to use 8 of those counters. 2. Let me just read this here. Put X 2/2 white cat creature tokens onto the battlefield, where X is your life total. I have 2 doubling seasons in play, so it's actually, and since I
40.
have my life total's at 10, yeah. I
That's
actually
40
get
cats.
40 cats. And I'm sure we don't have 40 cats, so...
No.
I mean, what do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll use 10 and we'll just put a little 4 on this. And then Sarkhan Vol will go up to give all my creatures +1/+1 in haste. And I will attack you 4. So that's 80 plus 40? Is that right? Here? I think this is the most damage I've ever done, by the way. So this is
Those are all 3/3s. So you have 40 3/3s.
43 threes. So that's
120.
120. And Emrakul gets in for 16. So Annihilate 6.
I'm going to sacrifice these.
Yeah. And him too. For 1 more. So 120. And then... So 130... No, okay.
137.
130... Total? Yeah.
Yeah.
137. You gonna kill yourself?
Nah. I'll take the damage.
Oh, I'm so happy I got an
Here's
army
the
of kittens.
problem. I was at 1,
Yeah.
and I either had to use this
Yeah.
or crack Polluted Delta to cast this.
Oh! Oh, that probably would have got you back into it, too, because that
And I
is
couldn't
protection
play
from...
Vault Scourge, because then
Yeah.
you would just steal it and kill me with it.
Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, this was a game. That was sweet. I'm really
So
happy about
if you
this.
didn't, I just had to hope that
Yeah.
Tamio missed.
Yeah.
And gift ungiven for 4 different lands.
Woo! I'm so happy about this kitten army. I can't get over this. So, we're gonna go to sideboards, and then we'll see you in game 2. Alright, after that heart-pounding game, going to sideboards. So, I guess I'll go first. Obvious ones for me, this is an artifact deck, so Ancient Grudge seems insane, Natural State seems insane, and Rest in Peace shuts off both of your combos, which is awesome. There might be some point to bringing in Wraths in this matchup just to deal with an army of Thopters, but if you already have that going, you can just rebuild it, so it really just buys 1 turn. So I'm thinking bringing those 4 in, and I'm gonna find what to take out of it. You can explain what you're going to do. In the meanwhile,
So for starters, Pithing Needle is excellent against Planeswalkers, so that's kind of obvious. I have Counter Squall and Negate, which are counter-target non-creature spell each. One just dealing 2 damage. They're different because you can gift for them that way. So those 2 seem obvious. Grafdigger's Cage really only stops Emrakul from you, and it also shuts off the combo for me, so it's kind of the plan B, like if they can do it better. Anguished Unmaking, destroy target non-land permanent. We've already played 1 before, so having a second is excellent.
yeah, it's pretty good against me, especially at instant speed too.
Damnation's still probably too slow. Engineered Explosives could be a maybe. We have 2. And I think a 3rd one is probably good.
Yeah, it does deal with a lot of stuff, and as we saw last game, it's actually not that hard for you to get it to 4, which seems to be the magic number. For stuff that I'm taking out for these 4 cards, Nicol Bolas, he's basically in there because he's sweet, and he would look really cool if you got him into play, but he's also 8 mana, which is a lot, and it's pretty hard to get to. I'm taking out 1 Elspeth, because it's usually just there for value, but against a bunch of Thopters, making an army of 1/1s on the ground doesn't really do much. Nissa Vital Force, I really only put this in here to try it out, because it was new when we rebuilt this deck, so that's coming out, because it's just there. And Narset Transcendent. The ultimate, where your opponents can't cast non-creature spells, isn't very useful if you already have the combo in play. So, taking that up. putting these in.
As for me, I am going to cut the Gifts Ungiven package. So that means goodbye Gifts Ungiven, goodbye Unburial Rites, Sphinx, and wherever Grizzlebrand ended up. He was on the top.
Figures.
Grizzlebrand. So those are the 5 that I'm cutting.
It's like a pretty easy one. Whoop. And we will see you in game 2. Alrighty, game 2. Go ahead.
We've got those.
And I've got that stuff. Alright. Kick us off.
It's going to be just a Dark Slick Shores.
Okay.
Here we go.
Draw a card. Windswept Heath. I'm gonna crack that. I'm gonna find a forest. Play Noble Hierarch. Pass the turn.
Draw for
Give
turn.
me 19.
Darksteel Citadel.
Yep.
And a Vault Skirt. Vault Scourge.
A little midway belch there. Volt Scourge. You got it. Draw a card. Okay. Oath of Nissa.
Yeah.
Top 3. I guess Nahiri be my pick. Then I'll play an untapped Temple Garden, going to 17. And I will cast a Sylvan Caryatid. Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn.
So Explosives was still pretty good, but
it can't quite hit all of them
No.
this time. I think we're going to go for the Sunken Ruins.
yep.
And actually not the Sunken Ruins. The Flooded Strand is
Okay.
what we need. So you have Nahiri coming down next turn.
Potentially.
So I don't really want to attack with Vault Skirts because then you can just deal with it.
Yeah.
So it's your go.
Untap. Draw a card. Well, interesting. Is that worth doing? I think so. So we're going to do that. We're going to cast a Nahiri. She is going to go up. I will discard. I don't know what I want to discard. Discarding Sarkenvol. Draw a card.
Ooh.
Well, didn't quite hit what I wanted to hit. Pass the turn.
End of your turn. Crack Flooded Strand going to 19. Finding my basic planes.
Yeah, huh? Kind of hoping for a land there.
We're going to go for an Anguished Unmaking.
Ugh.
16.
You got it.
Untap. Draw for turn. Attack for 1 in the air.
16.
Now we're going to play that Sunken Ruins.
Did you gain your life?
Right. 17. And 1 mana.
A white.
Actually, I guess we don't need the white. Let's do this one.
Okay.
A black. 4 engineered explosives.
Okay.
For 1.
That's ridiculous.
And
Gonna crack that, I assume.
we're going to crack that.
Goodbye, Hierarch and Oath. I knew ye well.
Enter go.
Untap. Draw a card. Well, I guess all I can really say is please don't have another one. Windswept Heath. Pass turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. Going to go for Thopter Foundry.
Sure. Wait, how did you pay? Oh, I guess, yeah. Blue black. Right. Split mana. And sword?
Go for an Orzhov Signet.
Hmm.
And a Godless Shrine tapped.
Yep.
1.
15.
Turgo.
Gain your life. Don't forget about that. Crack Heath, going to 14. Oop. So now that I kind of have to care about mana, I suppose, we'll get some variety. Okay. Untap. Draw a card. These two. Cast a Doubling Season. Oh. Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. Cards in hand.
3. 3 cards.
We're going to play Pithing Needle naming Tamio.
Tamio what? No, it's fine.
The multicolored one.
Yeah.
The one that's in your deck list.
Okay. That's probably one of the best ones to name.
1.
13.
I believe it is a 4 of in that list, so.
I think there's... Is there 4? I thought there was only 3, but
Maybe.
regardless.
It's that or Nahiri, but I've already
Yeah.
dealt with a Nahiri.
And a Sarkhan, so. Good.
Enter go.
Draw a card. Okay. Yeah. Well, I guess I just have to settle for some dragons.
Oh boy.
So I will make 10 4/4s using Sarkhan's ultimate ability.
Brick.
And yeah. And anything else? Tap Stomping Ground. And you know what? Why not? I'll attack. Man, no, because you could just make a Thopter. So, pass the
Well, I
turn.
mean, a Thopter does do too much against the 1/2 birds, but.
True. Couple do, though. Anyway, yeah, pass turn.
Okay, what do we do here? What can we do? We can hope for an engineered explosives.
That'd be pretty good. You do have other, like, you could find ways of finding it, too. Because if you
Yes,
explosives on 0, it doesn't cost you a lot of mana, so you can do a lot of things to try and find it.
So I think what we're going to do is pay planes to sack this to Thopter Foundry
Yep.
to make a Thopter. And then we're going to make a white, and we're going to path that one.
Oh,
Just thin
okay.
ourselves as much as possible.
Yeah, that's interesting. Very interesting line.
Well, I mean, pathing one dragon isn't going to do anything.
No. Not really.
I don't lose mana this way.
This is kind of like weirdly masochistic, but I'm really hoping you draw that to explosives. That'd be pretty ridiculous.
Cut the deck.
and explosives is going to be this card.
Okay. Untap. Draw for turn. Water grave untap.
Ah, I was actually really hoping that it would be.
There you go.
Okay, we're going to untap. We're going to draw a card. Sure, why not? Another season. Not that I can do much with it.
No.
He'll go up, and I will slap you for
52.
52.
I can block 5 of it.
You could also Pithing Needle, I guess, but it's not gonna do it.
And a dark Citadel, but that's not enough.
That's true. Yeah, good name though. You did have this, so that was a good name. All right, well,
Oh.
I feel like this could have been a much more exciting game if you actually got that explosives, because I didn't have anything else. Like, I had another doubling season, but just lands. So that would have been pretty exciting. But was it really far off? Oh, that's too bad. Oh well. So that was this week's
Flashback.
Modern Flashback, and we will see you next week. So make sure you vote between now and next week's video for either Demigod Dredge, Green Weenie, Red Green Tron, or Pure Steel combo.
To once again face
Season Walkers. And it is worth noting that since this will be the 4th time this appears on camera, if it wins, it just gets thrown out and we start with another deck. Because we don't want to do one deck more than 4 times.
Yeah, it gets in the Hall of Fame. And it'll be voting for the 2 next.
Yeah, probably go like the first place versus the second place or something.
Yes.
To that effect. So, we will see you on Friday, and we will see you then. Please vote.
Why?